One, two, three. I love you. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, no, I looked at the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. And I know. I bought all those patterns and I promise we will get to them. We're taking a little side quest today because I saw this morning on Instagram this really cute it's for your KitchenAid mixer. It's a sliding mat that goes underneath it so you can slide it back and forth. And I was like, I have to make that. I can't like wait to make that. I have to make it. So we're gonna make that today. Um, I have a KitchenAid mixer. It's the heavy duty plus, and it's like a cast iron. An old girl will be like 20 years old next year. My mom bought her for me for my wedding. Um, and she has not stopped working. The sweet lady that sold me this fabric here at the quilting store that I went to yesterday, she said she's had 3 different KitchenAid mixers. And I was like, oh my God, really? And because the first one she said died. The second one, um, her nephew broke and replaced it for her. So she's on her third mixer. And I'm like, oh my God, no. I have had this one for almost 20 years and she on wood is still kicking. So we're gonna give her a very cool mat to sit on so I can slide her back and forth. I will show you her once we finish sewing up this mat. But she is heavy. And whenever I have to use her, I have to her up and move her forward and it like kills me every time. So it's going to be really awesome to have this mat that I can just slide back and forth, easy peasy. And I don't know if you Nicholas in the background, but it's okay because he's practicing his own sewing on his sewing machine. So if you can hear him, I'm so sorry, but we're in the sewing room today, the two of us. So I already cut out. Uh, Let me show you my piece. So this is going to be my back piece. And this is going to be my front piece. And I think her handle on Instagram is Lauren Creates, but I will absolutely link her video in the description box below. She used the ironing heat resistant fusible fleece. I just had regular fusible fleece. And I told you 2026, we're going to get over our fears. So I want to go back to the regular heated batting. So we are going to try some quilting today. I put my walking foot on my machine. I know no one's proud of me, but I'm proud of myself for doing that. But I did. I managed to get it on there. So now we're going to try to sew this guy up. So it should be fairly easy. We're going to sew our batting to the top piece. We're gonna try some easy-ish, I guess. I don't know. Little quilting stitches that she did. It seemed easy in the video, but I don't know. Way to like make it harder for myself than I need to be. So we're gonna try that. Then we put our um front piece on. Uh, Nice sides together, pretty sides together. Then we sew that close, leaving an opening at the bottom. Flip her out, easy peasy KitchenAid mat. All right. So hopefully it worked. When I set up my machine earlier, it was really giving me issues with the thread. So fingers crossed she behaves herself today and we don't have to keep messing with her. All right, all right. Like little X on there. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Got a little stuff into it. All right. So we got that. And now we're gonna attempt to use the guide that we have. Um, this little guy, I gotta figure out where he goes. All right, wonderful. And we line up our guide with our line that we already sewed. In fact, I mean, I'm really impressed with myself. Look, I stayed in a straight. And then, it should, be, these awesome little decorative, stitches, right? That's the theory. All right, hold on. How do we do this? All right, how do I put the, oh, do I need to, okay, hold on. Do I put it on, can I put it on either side? No, it has to go on this side. There's no other side it can go, it could possibly go on. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Sorry, I had to troubleshoot my machine. I had to stop sewing for 1 second. It was flashing an E1 error, which says that there was thread stuck somewhere, but I don't, it did snap. So I went ahead and fixed that and rethreaded my machine, and it looks like we're working okay. I did make that one line. All right, so we're gonna resume, try again. Fingers crossed this doesn't keep, persisting. It's going to be really annoying to get through if that's going to be the case. We got a lot of rows to sew. Um, and hopefully it won't keep giving me this error and this issue. So pray for me. Oh no, it's still saying there's an E1 error. Yeah, welcome back. So we are on the next day. I had to troubleshoot all of both machines, and I needed to help. I felt like it was more important for me to help Nicholas figure out his machine and how to sew, and then come back to this. So the error that I was getting was the E1, which is saying that the lever, the foot isn't going up and down like it's supposed to. So I removed the walking foot, and that seemed to resolve the issue once I was able to kind of like let the machine know, like, look, you can move the foot up and down. Like, I don't know what you're saying. And I'll link the video with the wonderful gentleman in New York that I watched, who was the one who was like, it's the foot. And then I also changed out my thread because I have decided that I don't think, is it Gutterman? I don't know how you say that. But every time I thread my machine with that thread, I have issues. And I just think that my brother machines that I have here just don't like that thread. This is the cheap Amazon thread that I got in my kit when I first, started sewing back in September. That's what that thread is, and it's been sewing, fine. And I've been trying to upgrade my thread as I go little by little, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it to hand sew things when I have to, so I don't waste my money. But my machine, this one and the last one, did not like Guterman, whatever. Um, and I went and I found a Reddit thread, and somebody felt the same. So I'm not alone. I'm not alone. It's not in my head. I'm like, is it me? Is it me? Because it could very well be me because I'm inexperienced. I was like, maybe I'm not meant to use this thread. Who knows? But well, I may knock on wood. I may have spoke too soon. I just did one little row to see how it went. So we'll have to see how we continue on. I have so many because I decided to be fancy and do the quilting pattern, the row this way and then the row this way. I have quite a number of rows to do. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But all right, let's keep going with these rows here. So I'm very happy that I did this because it really does look very nice. And I think I know because these videos we edit them down where you don't know how long it took. So to do all the rows, well, minus the three that I, did prior to, it took about 23, 24 minutes. So if you want to make this and you think maybe as a gift or something, just know that, provided your machine doesn't break on you and you don't have any, you know, little kids who need your assistance, you could probably get this done. I probably would say, especially if you know what you're doing, I mean, definitely in under an hour, because now all we have to do is attach our bottom piece. I'm going to trim the batting, obviously. Just attach our bottom piece and then flip her right side out, then do the top stitching all the way around, and voila, we have ourselves a little sliding mat. All right, I'll be honest, I forgot what the seam allowance was, and on this channel we go off vibes. We don't we don't follow the seam allowance. And it was hard to like keep the same. Maybe you can see it better here on the dark side. Uh, I mean, I feel like I stayed fairly even-ish. It is what it is. All right. So let's flip her around and then we're gonna press her and we're gonna close her up and I'll have my little mat. Wait, should I trim? I think she does trim some of the excess, so I think I need to do that too. Oh my goodness. I was worried about, the fabric because it wasn't like so matchy matchy, but it really looks cool. All right, let's sew her closed. Well, in an effort, so what I did to try to stay as even as possible when I was going around is I kind of use the edge of this as my guide on the foot, but then that means that I totally missed closing her up. Oh God. Okay. So, I mean, I can hand sew this close. It's really no big deal. We'll just make her look presentable for now. And we'll just make sure that this is for now like the backside that no one sees. When we put her on the machine to see if she works. All right, I'm going to move my camera and take you over to where my KitchenAid mixer is, and we're going to test her out, see if she works. Here we go. Hey, here we go. Oh, it works. I did it. My family's over there. They're watching me be ridiculous on the internet. But anyways, thank you for watching as always. Me make these silly videos. Um, I'm really glad that I made this because it's really going to be helpful because she really like weighs like a ton. She's so heavy. I feel like she's got to be heavier than the regular KitchenAid mixers because I told you she's like cast iron. Here, I'll show you. Let me give you a close up of her. Really sturdy. And like I said, she's lasted for almost 20 years. And I'm very glad and grateful to have her. And now she's got her little mat. So trying to move her back and forth. Well, again, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys next week.